Hi. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. It looks like nobody has shown up yet, so I'm going to wait just a few minutes and see if somebody shows up. Woo. I don't know about you, but I had a nice weekend. It was very calm and very relaxing. I got to see my family for a little while. My youngest daughter called me, and she's not mad. She was very understanding about everything. She understood why I couldn't stay. And hey, Julianne, I was just talking about yesterday, and my daughter called me today, and she was not upset with me. She understood why I left, and she also offered to come and live with me and take care of me and help me with the house and the bills. And she's paying to have the yard cut because I had to cancel last Thursday when they terminated me. So I'm just taking it slow because I don't want to over stress myself. Because as you well know, when we get too much stress, our autoimmune disease kicks our ass, and I don't want to have my ass kicked again. So I'm taking care of me, doing what I got to do, and just waiting to see what Spirit's going to do to help me. My mom has told me that she's not going to let me lose my home. So I'm not really worried about the house anymore. I have to do my part because my mom's retired now and she can't do everything. So I'm gonna do my part, do what I got to do. I'm expecting my tax return should be here this week or next because they've been giving them back in like 2 weeks this year, as long as it's an accurate return and all that. And mine was. Thank God I had the medical problems, or I would have owed money. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes and in fact, almost all the time with me, it takes almost something bad to happen for me to see later that it happened for something good to come out of it. And I think that's the way it is with most of us. I'm gonna have to probably put him back in the cage because he's just so excited. Hello, how are you? Nice to have you. Thank you. You guys make sure you're liking the video. I was just waiting for some people to arrive, so I will go ahead and get started now. You have to go out of the video, I think, to like it and then come back in, but thank you. I am from the United States, and I'm from the state of North Carolina. Where are you from? Hey Tracy, what's up? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Christie and I'm going to do a reading for you. I haven't started just yet because I was waiting for you to get here. But I see that you're here now, so India, I love it. I love it. I have a lot of people who watch my channel from India. And in fact, I have a moderator named Kailash who's from India, and I just adore him. He and I are very good friends. I haven't been able to get my times right because I've been going through a lot lately. So I've been having to do my readings later in the day, which is, I think, middle of the night for you guys in India. And I apologize for that because I don't want to leave anybody out. But it's not always possible for me to do the readings at the time when India and America are all awake at once. It's hard. It's very hard to coordinate that, especially when you have stuff going on that I have going on in my life right now. Thank you if you're new here. I hope you will stick around and watch the reading and not run off. I do have a word for you from Spirit, and I know that it's going to bring exactly what you need. Leave the trans out? What do you mean? Everyone's welcome on my channel. I don't care who they are, what they believe. I don't care about what their sexual orientation is. All people are human, and everyone deserves love and respect. And I expect that on my channel. South India, okay, cool. Scotty, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you don't have something positive to say, Julianne, the moderator, is going to put you in timeout, sweetheart. Okay? Hi, hello. My eyes are not so good, you guys. So please forgive me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started because it looks like I'm losing people left and right. I guess they're getting bored, which is fine. Awesome. A big temple with lots of people. That sounds awesome. What's that place called? Taj Mahal? I've always wanted to visit there. Maybe one day I will. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you guys for being here. This is Cosmo, by the way. He's my Kaik parrot, and he wants to be a part of the reading, and he wants to play. He's showing off for you all. What are you doing, silly? What are you doing? You want to pull a trinket? He likes to pull trinkets. Sometimes he pulls trinkets. Pull a trinket for them, and let's see what you get, okay? Let's see what he gets for you guys. What are you going to pull today, Kazi? Pull a trinket for Mama. Okay, he pulled the crystal. And he's also pulling the Chinese food thing. Uh-oh, he's got an elephant. Somehow elephants. Uh-oh. He also pulled a marble that looks like the moon. Uh-oh, he pulled the flamingo. He got another marble. This one also looks like the moon when it's in new moon. What you got? He got an infinity sign that says love. One more time. One more time. What you gonna get? What you gonna get? What you gonna get? Oh my goodness. What you gonna get? Give Mama something. Put it in my hand. 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 You got to put one in my hand. Awesome. I got a marble that looks like a cat's eye that time. And he also tried to pull the crystal again. He pulled the pendulum. What else? One more. One more. One more. Oh, he got the engagement ring. Somebody could be about to get an engagement ring. Or you may have recently gotten engaged. Okay. All right, Kazi. That's enough for now. And it says, a lifetime of supportive mentors will nurture your talents. Okay, he's throwing them on the table. This one says, I can. This is the reading, guys. Live your dream, Cosmo says. Live your dream. He's dying to pull that flamingo. There's also a butterfly. I feel we're going to see Scorpio show up in the reading. That he is determined to get this flamingo. Somehow flamingos factor in. Okay, he's finished now. He's chewing on the bowl. All right, thank you for the reading, Cosmo. He wants to pull one more. He wants you to know that the love between a grandmother and granddaughter are forever. And now he's going over to pull cards. And I can't let him do that because he will chew them all up. Uh-oh, there's a butterfly here again. We're going to see Scorpio here. Miracles happen. They're telling us miracles happen. And they're telling us through a parrot. God can speak to us through anything. If you're looking for God, you'll see God. And that's whatever you choose to call God. I don't tell you what to call God. Hello, Grace. If I had one message to the world, what would it be? Oh, that's a big question. I guess my message to the world is, Kailash! Yay! You made it! Oh my God! Thank you, baby! I didn't know you would make it. Kailash, everything is fine. I'm going to be okay. I don't know how, but somehow, by the grace of God, I'm going to make it. How are you, sweetheart? Kailash and Julianne are moderators, but Kailash is my lead, and we're going to let him do that. I appreciate him being here. Thank you, Kailash. Good. How are you, sweetheart? You hanging in there? I just didn't message you because I thought you'd be asleep. So far, so good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the message started. Thank you all for liking the video. I'm going to try and see if Cosmo, for some reason I call him Kailash a lot when I'm on video. I'm going to see if he'll behave. Are you going to behave? Get on mommy's shoulder. You got to stay on my shoulder and behave, okay? Because we got a reading to do. We're going to start out today with the rocks. My poor little lunchbox is falling apart. I feel so sad about it. I'm not really sure. I think it just needs to be put back. Oh, yeah, it's cool. I just got to put it back together. I'll do that later, but it's fixable. Thank goodness. This lunchbox is old. Miss Mary's 106, and she gave it to me. All right, Spirit. What rocks would you give us that would represent whatever you want to talk to us about today? What do we most need to hear today to help us through this journey and through all of these wild transits that are happening? You guys might not realize there is a lot going on above your head. And it right now it's what it's doing. And I've been saying this for a few days now, is it's making it feel like everything's falling apart, but it's falling into place. It's all in perspective, okay? It's all in how you want to look at it. You can either look at it like it's falling apart, or you can look at it like it's falling into place. But the things that are being moved around and the things that are being changed they're things that you thought had security. But it was a false security. It wasn't truly secure. And so God is making you have a secure foundation so that for the next cycle of your life, you can have a secure foundation and you won't be struggling and suffering through the next cycle because you've suffered and struggled enough. A lot of us have been through some really hard lessons in the last several years, and it's time for that to shift. And that's what's happening this month with everything astrological that's happening. I don't know astrology that well. I know just enough to be dangerous if I try to teach it, so I leave that to the ones who know all the things in and out. But I do study it for my own personal benefit. And I've studied it enough to know that this month is going to be a month where things change for the better. They are about to pivot. But it's not going to feel like that's what's happening. It's going to feel like the opposite is happening. But truly, you have to trust Spirit. You have to put your trust in Spirit. You have to put your faith in Spirit. Because when you do that, it opens up space for miracles. Because when you open your mind to the idea that Spirit has something better for your life, guess what comes? Something better for your life. Because your thoughts become things. When you sit around in self-pity or you wallow in addiction, it's not going to change. You're going to miss the miracles that are about to happen. You either have to be ready for them or you'll have to go through this cycle again. We go through this every year. Every year with Taurus and with the Libra full moon. The Libra full moon, I had it take a moderator out. She had two, it was a prediction too, which broke my heart because it came out in the readings, and often it will. But she lost 2 family members in 1 month, 2 weeks apart. And she quit the channel. And it broke my heart because I didn't mean to predict those deaths. But I can't help that. And I recently did predict one again within the next 6 months. And I don't like that part of this gift. But I can't pick and choose, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to give you a message that's going to tickle your ears or make you feel good. I'm going to give you the truth. Because that's what you need. You don't need to come here to YouTube and listen to readers tell you that Romeo is going to come sweep you off your feet. When that's not going to happen. You need to hear what you need to heal so you can attract into your life what you are, because that's how it works. And if you're not healed, you're going to attract sick people that are not healed. And that's how come you keep having bad relationships or relationships won't last, because we're not healed. And I'm including myself. I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to come into my life. Nothing would make me happier than to have somebody to live the rest of my life with and to build something meaningful. That's what I want, and that's what I'm waiting for. And I feel like I've done a lot of my healing. In fact, yesterday it said that I have, and that really right now my thing is that everybody that comes into my life is a liar or a fraud. And so I don't know that I would even recognize somebody real because they are so good at being fake. All right, let's see what rocks we got. I haven't even looked yet. But I want you to hear what I'm saying, because when I talk, it's Spirit speaking through me, and it's not just me just chattering. It's Spirit speaking to you through me, okay? And Spirit, I guess, has chosen me at this age in my life to do this because I have a lot of wisdom. I'm an older woman. I'm more mature, and I'm not afraid to put my face on the camera, and I don't have to be perfect. We heard the other day that God uses the imperfect to do the miraculous, to do things that are earth changing. They changed the world. He used people that were broken, the most broken people, to do the most miraculous things. All right, so let's see what the rocks say. We have friend. Somehow this involves a friend of yours, okay? We also have love. You could have a friend that loves you. This doesn't have to mean romantic love. This could just be that, like, Kailash and I are friends, and I love him with all my heart. You have to accept something. There's something you have to accept. This is a hard one. Sometimes we don't want to accept things, but you have to. Like, I have to accept right now that I may never be able to work again. I have to accept right now that in 45 days, they're going to take my house if I don't catch my payment up. I have to accept that I just lost a job last week, again, because of my health. But you know what else I have to accept? That I have a job interview Wednesday. And that I have a friend who has a son who needs a place to live. And he is autistic, I think, and has traumatic brain injury. And I could be an AFL, alternative family living arrangement for him. I'm qualified and I have the room, and they could pay me to take care of him. I also have applied for disability, which is also very possible. I have a roof over my head today. I have food in my belly today. So I'm just going to be grateful for the little things. And I'm not going to focus on all that other stuff, because that's God rearranging things to make them more stable, because they had a sense of stability. But I have to accept the truth. They weren't really all that stable, because if they were, I wouldn't be in jeopardy of losing them, right? Right. All right, this is also going to, and we've been seeing this, whoa, we've been seeing this over and over again, that we're going to need to be courageous through this change that we're going through. We have to have change. Okay. And also, this is somehow a dream. You might be dreaming. You might be having dreams. A lot of you have prophetic dreams. You dream, I've known people that have dream traveling. I've known people who have I have people come into my dreams. So somehow dreaming, your friend, courage, love, and acceptance are all a part of this reading. All right, let me go put him up, because he's not going to behave, and I can't keep sitting here playing with him. Besides, he's tearing my skin up. Oh, and I got to plug in the microphone. Hold on. I am so sorry, guys. There you go. Now you'll be able to hear me better also. I'll be right back. You have to behave, you won't. What is wrong with you lately? What is wrong with you lately? You know better. You know better. Why are you being such a brat? Why are you being such a brat? I'm coming back right now. I just put him up. I had to get rid of him because he was scratching me all to pieces. Okay. So, back to the reading. Spirit's going to talk to you about a friend, love, courage, acceptance, and dreaming. Okay? And we'll see what that means. We're going to see what that means. I want to look at this. I keep seeing a deck in my head. I hope it's in here. If not, we might have to move on without it. Because I don't have them all in here yet. Or I could go get it. Oh, wait, there it is. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't think Spirit would be showing me cards I didn't have. Okay, I'm being encouraged to pull from here to give us an idea of what's going on. What's going on at home for this collective, Spirit? What do we need to know about our lives at home? Whoa, that pop! Did you just see that card? Wow. I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. Can you feel me, collective? I now receive my good from unexpected and expected sources. I am unlimited in my being and accepting from an unlimited source. I am an unlimited. Spirit, help me. Help me. It's like I'm having trouble getting this out right. Let me start over. I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I'm an unlimited being accepting from an unlimited source. I'm in an unlimited way. I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams. So Spirit wants you, in this case, acceptance is, I think, being ready to receive something that you're not really expecting. And some things that you are. It's like Spirit has a surprise for you when it comes to money and how you're going to have what you need. It's going to come, I think, out of somewhere out of left field. Like you're not going to know it's actually coming from there. In some cases, you're going to know because like I'm expecting my tax refund. But there could be another source that comes to me, and it could be completely unexpected. You understand what I mean? And by the way, in my description box, there are ways to donate to the channel. But I've noticed you can't click on them. So if you ever want to donate to the channel, all you have to do is reach out to me by email, and I can send you a link to any of my ways of payment. I have Cash App and PayPal, and I think Venmo or something like that. All right, but at home, you're going to have expected and unexpected sources of income. All right, what about work? Because that sounds like work. At work, I am balanced, my masculine and feminine sides. So you are balancing out yourself in your masculine and feminine sides. This is also my twin flame card. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. And this could be you and another person. This could be you and this friend. The two of you may be a divine masculine and divine feminine. And what I've been noticing in my readings is that you don't always have to be with the one that you were destined to be with. You can be with another one that they didn't make it with the one they were destined to be with either. I have noticed that God will pair up divine masculines and feminines that didn't make it with their original. So they will end up with a different one that's, suited for them. Because as long as you've done the healing, you should be suited for any of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same energy. It's all the same energy. So it doesn't have to be any specific person. It just has to be somebody who's done the healing. That's what I'm noticing in my readings. Okay? All right, now, surprises. Whoa, these cards are coming out with force. There's a lot here, too. You got a lot of surprises. One of your surprises is going to be that you're going to love life. Some of you may have been struggling with loving your life. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I am glad to be alive, and I love life. So some of you may have been struggling, and surprisingly, you're going to love life. And then I have everything I touch is a success. So everything you touch, Spirit is indicating you're going to have success with it. Whatever you touch is going to be successful. I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be. I am moving into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. So your mindset when it comes to money is very positive. That is going to increase. That's going to increase your finances, and it's going to bring a lot of success into your life. Everything you touch is going to be a success. That's beautiful. That's your surprise. Spirit is saying, I'm going to surprise you with success that you weren't expecting. That's great. All right, and then I am worthy of loving. Some of you might not feel worthy of having love. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. So when you have people around you that are very kind and very loving and very generous and very prosperous and very successful, and they're in balance with their masculine and feminine sides, they have acceptance and courage and all of these beautiful things, that is what you will have also, because you reflect what you have around you, okay? And that means that you have those qualities, and the people around you can see them in you, and you can see them in them. And that's how you know who is right for you and who is not, okay? So you're going to know that you're worth loving. Don't feel like you're unworthy of love. That's not true. All right, love life. Now we get to see love life, because it looks like your love life is a bit of a surprise. I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. So other people are putting limitations and fears on you by telling you, and I feel that in my own life. Like, my mom is determined that I need to get on disability. Well, I can't survive on disability. I can't pay the bills here on disability. I have to have a job, and I'm capable of working. So I'm going to find something I can do. I'm going to get success wherever I go. Everything I touch is going to be a success. Everything I touch, which means these cards and this table, everything. Your life, if I touch your life, it's going to be a success. I hope today that I can somehow touch your life. Okay? Don't let other people put limits on you. Don't let other people tell you what's going to be possible and what's not, because they don't make those decisions. Those decisions are made by Spirit. Let Spirit be the one who determines what is right for you and what is not. Go beyond their fears and limitations. And look, in your love life. I love it. I love it. Your income is constantly increasing in your love life. So you could be meeting somebody that will bring into your life some abundance. Or you could partner up with somebody. This could be a project you're working on, and this could be a romantic interest, because that's your love life, okay? All right. What's your role here? I love how these cards are, the energy is just so powerful today. Woo! They're flying out. Your role is, as I say yes to life, life is going to say yes to me. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. You got to keep your thoughts positive, okay? Make sure you're staying positive, knowing that you're worth loving. You are worth loving. You're beautiful. Somebody has a very strong intuition. Somebody has a lot of eyes on them. Somebody might have braids in their hair. Somebody has on a polka dot shirt, and somebody's wearing a red suit. You could have been to the gym in a red suit. Now, I let go of all expectations. So your role is also to not only to say yes to life, but to let go of your expectations. Because when we have expectations and they don't get met, we get very disappointed, don't we? I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. There you go. That's the thoughts you need to be thinking, okay? Stay positive, because if you stay positive, you're going to attract a positive vibe in your direction. If you have negative thoughts, and you can't be Pollyanna, I get that. Life is hard, and sometimes you might get negative, but that's when you come on YouTube and you watch my channel, because I'm going to give you a positive message, okay? And that's going to give you that boost you need to get you through to the next day. All right, and what will be our outcome here? And I promise, as long as I can keep my phone on, I'm going to be here for you. All right, and I'm going to keep my phone on. God's going to keep my phone on. Watch what I tell you. Okay. I am at peace. Your role is to just be at peace. Spirit says, quit worrying. Just be at peace. Just be at peace. Can you be at peace right now? Are you anxious? Are you having a struggle with anxiety? Oh, I'm sorry, Subel. Subel asked to be put on the list. Where did Kailash go, Julianne? I'm glad you're here, but I was just wondering. Okay. Divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell in me. I feel tolerance, compassion, and love for all people, myself included. All right. So you're going to be at peace. My life is a mirror. We keep being told that we're mirrors. We're mirrors for each other. The people in my life are really mirrors of me. This affords me the opportunity to grow and change. Spirit wants you to know that you are a mirror of the people. If you see something in somebody that you don't like, guess what? You possess that same quality. It just might present itself in a different way. And so you don't really you might be like, I don't act like that. You know, you might see somebody and they do something that's very out of character, and you're like, I don't do that. No, you don't do that, but you do this, which is the same thing as that. That's how that works, okay? So don't be in denial. Own your shit. Always own your shit, because that's the only way you can heal it, is to first of all accept it and recognize it, okay? Okay. Now, your past is over. Spirit said we're starting a new cycle. The past is over. Whatever you've been going through, it's over. You're fixing to open a whole new chapter. And you're going to have a clean page. What's going on right now around us in the astral area is so phenomenal. Spirit is rearranging our lives to make them sustainable, to make us sustainable, to give us what we need. It's a reset. It's a restart. We're having an opportunity to start over and to build with a solid foundation underneath of us. Because some of us, the foundation is beginning to crack. And Spirit doesn't want us to feel afraid. Spirit doesn't want us to be worried. So that's why we're being told to accept what's happening, have courage, lean on your friend, your love, and your dreams, okay? So the past is over. When Spirit says the past is over, that's what Spirit means. And then I release all fears and doubts. Isn't that what I just said? We're going to let go of all of those fears and all of those doubts, and we're going to know that things are about to change. And it might not feel like it's so good while it's happening, but trust that when Spirit allows things to fall apart, that it's because they're falling into place. And if you listen to me, you might think, she's full of shit. Some of y'all are looking at me and saying, she's full of shit. Watch. Watch what Spirit's about to do next in your life. And then come back and tell me how full of shit I am. But you have to change the way you think. You have to look in that mirror and you have to reflect back to yourself the things that are of the Spirit, the things that are of integrity, the things that are courageous. We're going to find out more what you need to see. We'll find out what the vibes are right now. All right, what's the vibe at home? What is the vibe that we have going on in our home life? Spirit, speak to the collective about their home life. Possibilities and hopeful. So you're hopeful about possibilities. That's what you want to mirror back to other people. And that's what you have people mirroring to you. And that's why things are going to fall in place for you instead of fall apart. Somebody's salty and they have no possibilities. And that's right. If you're going to be salty and shady and do shady stuff, guess what? You're going to get shady, salty results. And everything that you touch will not be a success if you're salty. But you have to love life and know that you're worth loving. Because if you understand that you're worth loving, you won't be so salty. Alright, what's going on home with the vibes? Somebody is cutting ties because they want freedom. They're standing up and they're awakening. Good for you. This is the acceptance. There could be a friend in your life that you have to cut ties with. You're cutting ties with things, people, places, ideas, anything that was not working. Because why keep stuff? It's almost like having a house full of junk. You know you're never going to use it. It just sits there and collects dust. You never dust it. Get rid of it. Throw it away. Give it away. Whatever you have to do. Now, not all of you are in that situation. For some of you, this could be cutting ties with a job that you no longer want. You're no longer feeling that you have any opportunity there because of whatever reason. Or cutting ties with people. Because all they ever do is complain. All they ever do is gossip. All they ever do is cause drama and stir up things and make trouble. You don't need those people in your life. Cut them away. Get rid of them. And bring in somebody who will lift you up when you're down. And you can lift them up when they're down. And the two of you can really encourage one another. Because that's the kind of people you need in your life. So you're cutting ties in your home life. You could be cutting out a family member that all they ever do is cause drama. And that can be painful. Because I don't want to cut out a family member. But if I have one that every time I get around them, they're stirring up trouble, I'm going to cut them out of my life. My husband cut every person in his family out of his life. He had them blocked on every social media and on his phone. And they didn't even come to his funeral. They never tried to make things right with him, ever. And they had all screwed him over. He tried to help every one of them. And every time, they bit him in the ass. All right, what's going on at work? What's the vibe at work? What's the work vibe? You might not have a job, but what's the vibe coming? If you don't have one, what's the coming vibe for work? What's going on with work, Spirit? What do you see in the collective for work when it comes to the vibe? Some of you may be wildly successful, and if you are, congratulations. And some of us may be on our way to being wildly successful because we're mirroring you, and you're showing us how. I don't want to take all this. Come on, Spirit. Give me a good... Why am I getting this floppy energy for work? Come on. Come on, baby. Give me something good. What do you got? There you go. There you go. I'll take it. Archangel Michael is working in our work life collective. Woo! Archangel Michael is in our work life. How about them apples? You can't get any better than that. You have protection, prevented from harm, and divine intervention. So whatever's going on at work, Spirit's about to intervene and make divine intervention for you. And I feel that. That's what's happening to me. Somehow, Archangel Michael is on duty. When Archangel Michael shows up in your life, you're going through something. Okay, and now we have, you feel like your work life is hopeless? And you might be bitter and angry, and Spirit's saying, don't be salty. Don't be salty. It's hopeless. You're feeling like your work life is hopeless. Spirit says, don't be bitter. Don't be petty. Don't be angry. Just accept it. Accept it. You have to have acceptance. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you being here. Okay. Get on the list, okay? Get on the list. Is it Arushi? And shoot. I can't say your name, I'm sorry. But you can get on the list. Is Kailash still here? Let me find out. What did I do with my phone? I didn't get us a song today either, but we're going to get one. We could get one at the end. Let me find out where Kailash went. That's the wrong. There we go. Hey, did you go to bed? Because I was thinking you were going to stick around and help. Julianne was already here because she lives on this side of the world. But with you here, you're the moderator. Are you still with me? All right, we'll see what he says. Sometimes if somebody's already moderating, he'll go on to bed because it's late where he's at. Okay, surprises. Archangel Michael's working in a hopeless situation where somebody needs to quit being so salty in their work life. So some of us might be working in places that are not so, they might not have a lot of integrity. They could be very hateful to you. There could be a lot of different ways you could look at that. Only you know what's going on there. And you know. Alright, surprises. There we are. Surprisingly, somebody is nurturing. Somebody is going to be very nurturing. Mentor. They're going to give you wisdom. They're going to give back to you. Surprisingly, this person is going to be extremely, extremely nurturing. And it's a surprise, I think, because of the way you treated them. For some of you. For some of you, it's just because they're mirroring back to you. You're nurturing. Okay? All right, in love life. What's the vibe in our love life? I wish I had a vibe in my love life. I feel like I don't have no love. I mean, I know there's a lot of you that love me, but you live too far away. What's going on in the love life? If you can't come and see me, okay, there's a lot going on. We're healing. We're not clinging. We're having fun. And we have a soulmate. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You're healing. You're not clinging. You're laughing, having fun with a soulmate in your love life. That's beautiful. And if not, I feel that one is on the way for me, I hope. All right. Whoops. Look, some of us don't have that because we don't feel like we're worth loving. You are worth loving. You are worth loving. All right. And the soulmate could be a twin flame. That could be either or because this deck doesn't have both. Okay. All right. Our role. What's the vibe for our role? Our role is to know that right now we're stuck. We're trapped. We have no options. And some of it could be about unforgiveness. What else is our role? Because you're not going to leave us there, Spirit. That Spirit said that's the outcome. All right. What's the outcome then? You feel trapped right now. What's the outcome? That popped out. Distance is no longer going to be a factor. Right now, there's a distance problem between you and whatever it is you're trying to get to. It don't have to be a person. It could be a place. It could be a job. There's something that you're no longer going to be separated from. Somebody could have been ghosted. If you were ghosted, you're not going to be ghosted anymore. Somebody's coming back into your life. Look, Spirit wants you to be hopeful. And I don't tell you things unless they come out. So if they're coming out, that means that's what's happening. And you can bank on it because these cards don't lie. okay? And you're the one who's interpreting them. I'm not interpreting them. I'm just giving you what they say. And you apply it to your life, okay? I think Kailash went back to bed. He must have woke up to go to the bathroom or something. Yeah, he's not even answering me. And he's not doing it to be rude. He's doing it because he's tired, I'm sure. All right. Let's see here. I want to see what's going on at home. We're going to have a little fun now. What's going on at home? You're cutting ties. You feel like you're enough. I think you're realizing your worth. And because you know your worth, you're not going to put up with certain things. You're standing up for yourself. And you're going to open and be open and receptive to new avenues of income. So you're looking into exploring jobs and other ways to make money besides the way you've been doing it, which is good because there's something salty going on at work. All right, what about work? What's going on at work? Everything's coming. Oh, it's time to talk money at work. Some of you are going to get a raise, a bonus. You're going to hit big on something. You could be doing something with cryptocurrency. You're going to talk to somebody about money. Whoa, you're not being heard. Why are you not being heard? Because they're salty. And they're not waiting. They're not waiting. So it's time to talk money. You're not being heard and they're not waiting. But Archangel Michael is working on this. What's going to be the outcome of that? That sounds like it's not working out. So let's wait on that. We're going to wait on that. We're going to get more answers on that from the money cards. What's the surprise? Because somebody's nurturing here. That you don't have them all figured out. And you know you don't have them all figured out. You're like, I don't have this all figured out yet. But it's going to get figured out. That's your surprise. Is that you know you don't have this figured out. Surprisingly, you don't have it figured out. But you're going to. Watch this. Okay, what's going on in your love life? Your love life is beautiful. You're healing. You're having fun. You're not clinging. Oh, you're not even asking yourself if you really love them. So you know you love this person. You have no doubt about it. And what's your role? For one thing, you need to do the dishes. Okay? Soaking is not washing. So get that plate out and wash it. You are going to go on a real date. So you're going to go on a date for some reason. Smell good and get your sexy on. And every time I get ready for these videos, I always put perfume on. And I'll be like, why am I putting perfume on? They can't smell me. And I always hear something say, because we like the way you smell. And so whatever it is that's around me likes the way I smell with my perfume. All right. And what's going to be the outcome? Fill in the blank. It's different for all of us. Fill in the blank. It has to do with being at a distance. And it's not that serious. Laugh. Don't let the BS make you bitter. And pack your bags is in reverse. I have this feeling that you're trying to come up with a plan to get closer to somebody because you don't want to be at a distance from them anymore. And it looks like you're working that out. For real, it does. Or from something, some goal that you want to achieve. It could just be a goal you want to achieve. You're trying to figure out how to get that done. We're going to find out more, okay? Because right now you can't pack your bags, but that doesn't mean you won't. That just means there's a little something standing in your way. We're going to find out what that is. In fact, let's do that now. What's going on at home with the money? The past. Something that happened in the past. That's what's happening with your money. All right, what about your work life? At work, you're talking to somebody and they're not listening. Science came out in reverse. So your work life is maybe about science. Why is it in reverse though? Because of networking and your emotions. So there's something you want to do in science. This could be anything scientific. Computer science, science, It could be a drug test you took and it didn't come out the way you thought, and you're trying to talk to this person about money, and they're like, but your drug test, there's something wrong with your, I don't know. I don't know why science is here. But your emotions are involved in your networking, okay? You might not be able to get a better job because you can't pass a drug test. That can be some times an issue, especially if you smoke marijuana, which in a lot of places is legal now, but it's not necessarily okay for you to work at certain places if you do. Okay? All right. And what are our surprises? That you're going to find your life purpose. Right now, what's going on in your life is it's transforming your life and it's aligning your life so you can be in your life purpose. And you do know that your life purpose changes over time. It doesn't stay the same. It evolves and it gets bigger and better. It gets different sometimes. It might not necessarily be bigger and better all the time. Sometimes it might just get different. But it's just as good because it's your life purpose. Okay? And I was telling my mom today that if that young man could come and live with me, that would give my life a lot of purpose because I would enjoy taking care of that child. He's in his 20s, I think, or a little older. But, it's not that hard to help one person. And there's my baby. There you are. Kailash, you're supposed to be moderating. Julianne is only a moderator when you can't be here. And then when you're here, she can encourage others. She's not here to replace you, sweetheart. She only helps me when you're not able. That's the only reason she's even been made a moderator, because she was willing when you weren't able to be here because you were in bed asleep. Okay? But when you're awake, you're the moderator. Do you agree with that, Julianne? Okay, well, if that's the case, then we'll allow you to be excused today. Okay? Okay. He needs to be excused, Julianne. So can you put him on the list? She is, and I think you guys work wonderfully together. Exactly. Absolutely. All right, so she's going to put you on the list, and you can pop back in at the end of the reading, okay? All right. And what about love life? There's something risky in your love life. Even though it looks real good, and you're settling when it comes to the media. You're doing something risky and settling for media. What should we do? You're an artist. You're an artist. You should be an artist. So instead of taking a risk on settling for media, you need to be doing your art. And what would be the outcome if they did that? You would stop being so unreliable. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. That's your love life. So apparently you love your job, or you love what you do with the media, and you take a risk. It's like you take a risk and you put yourself out there, but you feel like you're just settling for this. This risk. Where could this lead them if they were unreliable? I'm not unreliable. Spirit said we can't talk about that because of a conflict. Can't talk about it because it would cause a conflict, or has in the past. All right. And what's your role here? Your role here is to know that you need to have some. It's like you don't have any options for work. You have no options for work. All right. So what's going to be the outcome? You're going to celebrate. And this is going to be temporary. What's temporary? Okay, so whatever's going on with somebody's health who's an entertainer, It's only temporary because of celebrating. So maybe you have a hangover. Huh, I don't know. But somebody's health is, they're an entertainer and their health is not so good. What's going to be their outcome? Gaia. It's like, it keeps saying they're not beautiful. Gaia. They're going to be, it's like they have natural. Why is their beauty always coming out in reverse? Because they should be having a windfall. But they're not. Why are they not having a windfall? Be patient. Something's not designed for comfort. And you need to do odd jobs. Alright, so you got to make some changes. And your home is in reverse. What would life purpose look like for us? Mistakes and not starting over. If you don't do something different, you're going to keep making the same mistakes. It's like you're not in your life purpose. You need to be inspired to figure that out. We need inspiration when it comes to our life purpose. And I think it's because some of you don't have a lot of opportunity where you live for good jobs. And that's making it hard. I don't know why it keeps saying that there's somebody that's not beautiful. It's like your beauty is fading or something. You're getting older maybe. But that doesn't make you not beautiful. Getting older is a natural part of life. You might just feel that way about yourself. If you're feeling that way about yourself, you need to stop it. Because you are absolutely beautiful just the way you are. And there's nothing wrong with aging or changing. Sometimes we gain a little weight and we don't like that about ourselves. I have done that recently while I've been off of my diabetic medicine. But I can't help that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright. How do we not F ourselves? And then I want to find out more about this soulmate relationship that you're in. Because there's something going on top of that. Maybe you are asking yourself if you really love this person. Because it's there. It's just in reverse. Maybe that's what you're healing. Is that you had to ask yourself if you really loved them. Alright, how do we not F ourselves at home? Then we're going to... Oh, card in the wrong deck alert. Someone in our collective has a fear of touch. You don't like other people to touch you. And I know I have 2 children that are that way. And I'm a little bit that way. I don't know why Spirit's telling us that. Alright, but it's like that you don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. You could isolate because you feel this way. Alright, home life. So that was in the wrong deck. At home, there's something you need to read. Maybe you've been leaving somebody on read and it's time to stop doing that. Or you do need to read. I don't know which. Alright, work. At work, you're not going to receive something. And it looks like money. It looks like they don't want to listen to you when it comes to money. Alright, surprises. Your financial goals. Spirit surprisingly wants you to set some goals. See and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. Alright, and love life. In your love life, you don't know you were born to stand out. Okay, and this is what was showing up a while ago with the media. And feeling like it was too risky. Okay. And arrow. We're not overcoming obstacles. What's the outcome? Collective. You're not going to explore yourself either. Collective, collective, collective. The only thing that came out upright is being on read or reading and setting some financial goals. Everything else is upside down. It's time to change the way you think. You need to know that you can receive a gift at work. Okay? They're not listening and they're not waiting. But what if they did? What if they stopped being so salty? And if somebody would stop being so salty, this person might listen. And you might have them waiting to hear back from you to give you a gift. But you have to stop being, or they have to stop being salty. And they have to be real. And they have to stop lying to people and manipulating people to get what they want. Because when you have Archangel Michael working and there's somebody salty, that person's fixing to get their ass kicked. When Archangel Michael kicks your ass, you never forget it. So whoever did you wrong at work is about to get their ass kicked by Archangel Michael. And it's somebody who's been salty and won't listen to you when it comes to money. All right. Surprises. We did that already. What if we set financial goals? What would be the outcome? What if we really get serious and set your financial goals? Whoa. You would stop doing the same thing over and over again. There's a past life connection. Fuck being nice. You need to wake up. There's something you need to wake up to. That you are charming. You need to wake up and realize that you're charming. You're born to stand out. In your love life, you stand out. People notice you. When you walk into a room, it lights up. People look at you and they think you're an angel. You're angelic. Don't be nice to everybody. Everybody doesn't deserve your kindness. Okay? Some people are salty. And when people are salty, you just need to ignore that. Don't react, ignore. Okay. You don't realize how charming you are. But if you would set financial goals and stop doing the same thing over and over, you're doing something over and over again that's not working. And Spirit's like, how many times are you going to keep doing that over and over and over and it's not working? Why don't you try being authentic? Why don't you try telling people the truth? Why don't you try making friends who can mirror things back to you, who can be there for you the same way you can be there for them? You understand what I'm saying? Because the feeling that I'm getting here is that somebody is having help in their work life because you're asking people for money and they're not giving it to you. I feel like you might be scamming people. That's the feel this reading has. And if that's what you're doing, you need to set some financial goals and stop hurting people. Make some real friends. Stop pretending to be a celebrity. You know damn well you're no celebrity. And so do they. Act like you got some sense and some damn integrity. Make a real friend. Because there's a lot of good people in this world that would love to help you reach your goal. That would love to help you when you have no opportunity. But ain't nobody giving you anything when you try to take it by force. This is not a past life connection. Fuck being nice. And you need to wake up that somebody's just trying to charm you. I think they're just trying to charm you out of your money. And you need to wake up and stop dealing with these scamming ass fools. Google their picture. You'll find out. Put in your phone reverse photo lookup under your Google. And then copy and paste the photo in the search bar and hit search. And it'll tell you if that photo is online and how long it's been there and who it is. And it only takes a second. You were born to stand out. And you can overcome obstacles. You're going to go on a real date for something. Maybe you're going to get a real damn job. and stop trying to scam people. Somebody in this collective is scamming people, or you're dealing with people who are trying to scam you. And I know I've been doing it a lot lately. I've been dealing with a lot of lying ass people. I'm sick of it. Because I'm a good person and I would do anything for anybody. But I can't help anybody right now. I can't even help myself. And it shouldn't be that way. Because I sit here day after day after day after day after day helping you figure out how to make your life work. But God's got me. God's got me. So you need to turn your thinking around. And if you're dealing with people like this, stop. Block and report their ass. Because that's what they deserve. They do not need your attention. You do not have to be nice to a complete stranger. Wake up. You do not need to do that. Leave their ass on red. Block them. Report them immediately. Do not deal with scammers. And don't even explain why. Just if you suspect and see red flags, you know you're seeing red flags. You're no dumbass. Don't act like one. And if you're doing that to people, shame on you. If your mama didn't raise you better than that, let me tell you, you're doing wrong and you need to stop. Because karma is coming. And when Archangel Michael shows up in your work life, he's fixing to kick somebody's ass. And if somebody's done you wrong, I feel sorry for them. I'm fixing to pull tarot on this. If they've done you wrong and they haven't made it right, Archangel Michael comes for protection. So right now you have protection in your work life. Whatever somebody's been trying to do to you on your work life, you got protection. And somehow it's going to be made right. Because Archangel Michael's going to make sure that the right people notice what needs to be seen. Watch what I tell you. You're about to be surprised by some things that I don't think you expected. I don't think you knew they were coming. I don't think you knew anybody ever noticed. But nothing gets by Spirit's watchful eye. Nothing. Nothing. Spirit knows everything that's going on and keeps a record. And every tear you've ever cried is bottled up. So, you need to know that. It looks like you got a lot of good and a lot of potential going on here. But you need to deal with some situations. And I feel like we're getting ready to see what that is. What is going on here? How are you working in this collective? Okay. Bonus card. This collective is having a tower moment. Spirit has shaken your foundation. This is a very powerful card. It's an Aries and a Leo and a Sagittarius all in one. And when you put all three fire signs together, you have some shit going shaking. I mean, it's being struck by lightning, and all of your illusions and all of the things that you thought you had figured out. You remember you don't have it all figured out, surprisingly. All of that in one moment can come crashing down because you'll get this lightning bolt moment where something says, "Dumbass, wake up." You keep doing the same thing over and over and over, thinking you're going to get you're going to get a different result. You're going to keep getting the same result. You're not getting a good result, and you're not getting good karma either if you're scamming people or allowing people to scam you. Okay? All right, and our bonus card is Temperance. Not only that, but the universe is saying we have lost our patience with something. So we are shaking shit up. This could be on a global scale like a war. I mean, that's how powerful this energy is. We have Sagittarius here twice. What's up, Julianne? Oh, you're saying hi to Claire. I thought you said, I can't see nothing. All right. There's something powerful going down on a global scale. Watch the news. You're going to see it happen. There's also something powerful going on a private, personal scale. Spirit is shaking people core. You're being shaken to your core. It's like Spirit's taking you and shaking you like this so that all the stupid shit falls out that doesn't need to be in there. And when it all finally gets out, Spirit will stop shaking you. But that tower, when the universe has lost its patience with you, Archangel Michael's about to kick your ass. And if it's not you, it's whoever's been hurting you. Because people that get hurt are protected by this universe when they have a good heart. So be careful how you treat good people. And I think for the most part, what I have here are good people. Thank you, Claire. I think for the most part, you are the one that the universe is coming to shake up a situation that's been hurting you. So that you no longer have to feel the pain of that situation. And when this happens, it's going to take down all of the things that are not structured correctly. The tower restructures things. It moves things out of your way. The obstacles that you feel like are in your way that you can't overcome, this tower, when this tower moment happens, it's going to be, and this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the reading. It feels like shit's falling apart, but it's falling in place. But you have to see it that way. If you look at it like things are falling apart, that's what's going to happen. All right, and what's the energy to overcome? The universe is fed up with something. Judgment and the sun. So you have to realize the truth about what would really make you happy. Do you know what would make you happy? Do you know what would make you happy? Have you given it any thought lately? Or have you been so stuck in bad stuff that you no longer know if you can ever be happy? Do you feel like happiness has just overlooked you? Because this is what I'm feeling from these cards, is that something is about to be switched around in your life to let you know that you have not been overlooked. Yeah, I know. We've all been in this collective. We done been through some shit for years. Years! Some of us that are Sagittarians have been going through this since like 12 years in our finances. And this is the time in our lifetime when that's going to change. And it's coming through uncomfortable circumstances because it's leading us to a new life purpose. Because the other one wasn't working anymore. And Spirit's saying, you're still trying to knock on a door that's closed. Stop knocking on that door. And when you go through it, you always end up getting hurt. Why would you keep going back somewhere where you're not welcome? I'm trying to take you in a whole different direction. And that's why the tower's here, because when you won't stop doing what you're doing, they will shake your shit till you do. Your house is about to be rocking. Something in your life is fixing to get shaken up because the universe is fed up with what you've been going through. And you don't know what would make you happy. And that's the energy to overcome. It's time for you to know that you can have new avenues of income, expected and unexpected. Balance out your feminine and masculine, and that could be a twin flame or a soulmate, because we saw, or it could just mean you're going to balance your sides out. But typically when I see that card, I get divine and feminine energy. Masculine, I mean, and feminine energy. All right, what's going to pull this together? I'm going to shut up. No, I'm not. I'm never going to shut up. I'm never going to shut up. You're not using your intuition. Spirit says what's going to pull it together is you're not using your intuition. And when I see that card, it makes me think that your intuition is being blocked so that you don't see what's coming. Because some of us are so intuitive that if Spirit did not block our intuition, we would literally see everything before it happened. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. But see, the people who are drawn to this channel are so gifted that they sometimes have to have their intuition blocked. And you are one of them. I don't feel from that card that you're not using it or that you don't have it. Yeah, I do feel that for a few of you. Only a few of you. Linda was one of them. And she's probably going to come back. She'll come back with another profile. But there are some of you that have these amazing gifts, but you're not using them. And you also have a soulmate, and you're not connecting with them either. And it's because you don't think you deserve happiness anymore. Remember right here, I am worthy of loving. You don't realize that. You don't realize that you're worthy of people loving you, that God has somebody picked out just for you. You don't realize it. And if you don't realize it, there's something you don't see coming. If you don't realize that Spirit's not going to show you before it happens, and that might be because you don't need to see what's coming. You might need a surprise. This might need to be a surprise for you. And on the bottom of the deck is the Emperor in the upright. So whatever's happening here is going to make you a man, a powerful man that can run an empire. The Emperor. That's Aries energy, and it's as strong as the Tower without the it's like bringing temperance and the Tower and judgment and justice all in one shuffle. That Emperor. Because he controls all of that. But see, right now, all that's going on with him is he don't know what would make him happy. He don't know what would make him happy. So we're going to find out. It's a friend, there's love, you need courage, and you need to accept. And there's also dreams happening. You may have had friends. Why did I say that? You may have had dreams about your friend. And they confused you, or you didn't know what to do about it. And now you're having to accept. Somehow you have love here and courage for this friend. It's like you're trying to be strong for this friend. You dream about them. You're trying to accept something. I think we need to pull cards on that. But let's first pull tarot on this spread right here and see what exactly, and then we'll find out more about that in a moment. The Chariot is here. Oh, your wish fulfillment is on its way. And it's coming in fast. It's coming in on a plane, a train, a car. Your wish fulfillment's on the way. And you don't see it coming because you don't know what would make you happy. But when it gets there, you're going to know what would make you happy. Because you're going to say, this is finally what would make me happy. I didn't know. I didn't know what would make me happy. My intuition was blocked. I couldn't see it coming. But here it is. It just showed up. You feel like you've been left out and you're very disappointed. That's why you're having the Tower. This is why you're having the Tower. Why are we having a Tower, Spirit? Have you felt like the whole universe has forgotten about you? Because there's an Emperor that's not going to leave somebody out. Maybe this Emperor, your boss, maybe your boss, you feel like your boss has left you out. Or it could be a divine masculine or feminine. Where did that card go? I had There it is. Your happiness. Look, you can't find happiness to save your life. It's like happiness hides from you. I feel you though. And a lot of it comes from being alone too much, not having any friends, and that's why yesterday we were encouraged to make friends, so we wouldn't be so lonely. All right, why is the tower here? And it's good to make friends. And if you fucked up, you can start over. You don't have look. You can start over anytime. The tower's here because your money's out of whack. You need to get your money in check. Your money is all upside down. You don't have enough coming in to pay what's going out. And what's the universe going to do about it? The moon came out. Cancer's here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Cancer. You're going to come out of this place where you felt like you didn't know what to do and you were just stuck. There's a stuck place here. Your money is stuck and you don't know how to come out of it. So there's a tower coming to bring you out of this dark, shadowy, feeling like you never have enough. Have you ever felt like all you do is struggle financially? That's the feel this has. There's a tower coming so you can stop feeling like all you ever do is struggle. Like you never have enough. That lack mentality. But sometimes that lack mentality comes from actual lack. Because shit gets hard. Don't let people trick you into thinking that just because you think positive, that everything around you is going to change. Because some of us live in third world countries. What changes is you, sweetheart. You. The way you look at the world. The way you appreciate things. The little things. Sometimes it's the smallest things. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, you learn how to look at it that the glass is half full. And sometimes you have to look at it like you just have a damn glass. And there's something in it. No matter how much. Alright. Why is temperance in reverse? It's like God saying, I've lost my patience and I'm tired of seeing you struggle. Because, exactly what I just said, I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. Because I'm tired of seeing you begging for help all the time. Begging, talking to people about money, never listening. I'm tired of seeing you left out. The universe is about to change some things because it's tired of seeing us left out. It's tired of seeing us struggle. I feel that this could be global. I feel like this is an economy shift of some sort. It could be a change in currency. I don't even know what's going on in the news. But this kind of tower, when Archangel Michael shows up and people are being salty about you needing more money, something's about to go down. The whole system could collapse. I'm just being real with you. Something's got to change because Spirit is tired of some of us being left out when it comes to having money. And the way you feel is valid. There's nothing wrong with the way you manifest. Your manifestation skills are sharp. Some of us just don't have any opportunity. Because, see, that is part of the recipe. You've got to have at least something. And some of us don't even have that. And that's when the universe will step in. But you have to love life just the way it is. And know that everything you're going to touch is going to be a success. These are your surprises. You don't see this coming. And that's why this High Priestess is in reverse. Your life is fixing to change in so many dramatic ways. When I go to that job interview on Wednesday, it's going to blow me away. I think I'm finally going to meet the right people who can accept me for me and will appreciate me for me. And if it's not that, it'll be something else. But I got my eyes wide open, and I'm not even going to blink until I see what Spirit's got for me. Because Spirit is tired of seeing me be left out. Alright. The Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Very powerful masculine energy. This is leading you to be very powerful. But somebody's got to behave. They're being salty with money. I don't know who, and I don't care. But it's got to stop. Somebody might need to get their house sprayed for bugs. I just saw a bug crawling. There was no bug there. I saw a bug though. For some reason, a bug. I don't know what kind of bug. It could have been a fly. You could have a fly that's bothering you right now. I saw it on the other side of the screen. And it wasn't in my house. Alright, wise judgment here. That was very, very bizarre, but somebody's going to get it and could be on the replay. Wise judgment here. Thank you guys so much for showing support to my channel. I love you guys. Wise judgment here. That's a lot. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because you don't see what's about to make you happy. You're going to have a lot of choices that's going to lead you to everything. You're going to have to make some very responsible choices that are going to lead you to everything. And you're going to stop focusing on all your losses. And you're going to have a very big celebration of some kind. This Four of Wands, what I have here is the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands. That, my friends, is the universe bringing in opportunity like you. I mean, you're going to have so many opportunities. But what you have to understand about the opportunities like this, look at the cups. Would you pick the one with the snake or would you pick the one with the victory ring? Would you pick the one with the flowers? Or would you pick the one with that weird looking plant that looks like a Venus flytrap coming out of it? We got one over here that looks like it's got some kind of scary monster. There's a castle here. That's not a bad idea. My property, when my husband named our deed, he named it our little castle. This is my little castle. So I'm choosing my little castle to stay intact. And I'm also going to choose all of these jewels because they're probably worth a fortune. I'm going to choose victory. I'm going to skip this one because I don't know what that is and it looks like it might bite me. I don't like snakes, but some of you know that this snake could represent some god that you serve. So this might be a good cup for you. But in my religion and in my thought process, that snake would bite me. So I'm not going to mess with snakes. So see what I'm saying though? You have to make some decisions. And you have to be careful what you decide. Because ultimately what you decide is going to lead you to everything that you've ever imagined, you've ever dreamed of. Everything you touch is going to be a success because you're going to make really careful decisions about who you allow into your circle and who you are around. You're not going to put yourself in situations anymore that are going to cause you harm or that are going to cause other people harm because of you being there. My throat chakra's closing. You have for a long time had a lot of losses. Loss after loss after loss. Hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. And you are so tired. You are so tired. But Spirit said, I'm so tired of seeing you tired that I'm going to stop you and I'm going to make you see that you have 2 cups right here, right behind you. See, they're right there. But you're looking at all this loss. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? You have to, for a few minutes, you have to grieve. But your grieving is ending. And you're going to finally celebrate something happy in your life again. This could represent a marriage, a new job, a new home. Sweetheart, I get them deaths. I have had them in my life too, one right after the other, my entire life. You're in the right place. I lost my father when I was 10 years old to murder. I lost a 15-year-old sister to a car accident. I've lost so many friends I can't even count. Aunts, uncles. I don't even want to talk about loss because I'm so tired of having it happen to me. My husband died 3 years ago. And when he died, I lost my health. Grief, when you get older, it does it when you're younger too, but you don't recognize it. Like my daughter, when my husband died, went blind. I don't know if you've ever seen that on TV where people go blind after a severe trauma. Well, that happened in real life to us. She was so close to her dad that when he died, she went blind. And we couldn't figure out how to help her. We had to take her all the way to UNC Chapel Hill, which is like the biggest hospital in our state. Duke University or wherever she went. I think she went to Duke. I don't remember. I was working and couldn't get off work. My mama took her. And it was during COVID. It was still during a lot of shutdown. But she went, she couldn't see. They tried to give her glasses, and she was like, how are glasses going to help when I have no vision whatsoever in that eye? Like, what the fuck are you doing here? So then that's when we took her to the specialist. We're the best in the world at Duke. I mean, there's no better. At Duke University and UNC Hospital, there's nothing better. And basically, the psychiatrist said that the trauma to her brain from her dad's death, the grief was so overwhelming that she didn't want to see it. And so she decided to stop looking at it. And her brain shut off her vision. And ultimately what we had to do was get therapy for her. And she talked it through. And she finally was able to accept it. But do you know that she still has that vision go in and out in one of her eyes? She hasn't accepted it 100%, and I doubt she ever will. Because how do you accept losing your father? How do you accept losing your father who was an alcoholic all your life? Or in and out of alcoholism all your life and had a drug problem when you were really little? He did sober up for 10 years of her life, and she's only 20. She turned 20 yesterday. So for the majority of her, teenage years, from 4 years old, well, with her, he went to treatment as soon as she was born, pretty much. He left me right after I had her. She was still in a car seat. And he was gone to treatment for 4 years. He came back when she was 4. I left to go when she was 4 and came back when she was 5 and a half. But how do you process a loss like that when you've already had so much trauma? You finally get your relationship straight with this person and they die on you because they go back to drinking. He died on the front porch of this house drinking. But all of that is over. You're going to stop looking at nothing but all these losses and realize that there's hope for you to have happiness again. But see, you don't know what would make you happy anymore because you haven't had it in so long that you're afraid to even ask for it. You're afraid to even ask for it or to expect it because you haven't had it in so long. And it's not that you don't want to use your intuition, because you're afraid to. You're afraid that whatever you see will scare you. You're afraid that when you look into your intuition too deeply, you're going to see more bad shit. But you're going to celebrate something instead. This could be the birth of a child. Thank you, Julian. You're fine, baby. You're fine. I'm almost done. Go get you something to eat. I can handle it if you're gone, okay? Look, you're going to stop needing people to give you money like you're some beggar on the street with their cup held out. Because that's what this card is. It's in reverse, though. You're going to stop begging for bread. You're going to stop begging for crumbs. Because you're going to have it all. And I don't know where the hell it's coming from. It's coming out of left field. The universe has just decided, I'm tired of watching you suffer. You could win the freaking lottery for all I know. All right. What is your judgment here? The universe is tired of seeing you sad, and it's fixing to bless you somehow with all the money you ever wanted. Look, 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 look! You don't see wish fulfillment. I'm telling you, you don't know you're about to have wish fulfillment, honey. You are about to have wish fulfillment. Look, it could come through a very painful ending of something, though. Somebody could leave you an inheritance after their death. Or it could just be something was really painful and it just, this card has the feel of somebody who holds on to the bitter end. And no matter how many times life knocks them down, they have to get back up. But see, this time it's almost like I don't have it in me to get back up. I feel like I'm dead. I fell off a 12-foot ladder on the corner of my house. I was fixing my Nest camera, and the ladder broke. And when I did, I hurt all these ribs. I broke my ankle was not broken, but sprained severely, and it got a rosebush thorn in the center of it. I'll show it to you. Hold on. It's still not. I mean, it's healed now, but it's a scar that it's got to heal. It's a scar now. Can you see my ankle right there? Can you see my ankle? I almost lost that foot. Sorry about showing my butt. But after that, I lost my career. Because nobody wanted me working for them. Because when I went to the hospital and got x-rayed, they did a CT scan on me. And they told me I had bone marrow cancer. Because there was tumors in my back. So I went to oncology and they had to do biopsies. And they did a PET scan and they did a bone marrow biopsy. And they came back and they said, we don't know what is wrong with you. You are, for all intents and purposes, you have bone marrow cancer on paper. But all your biopsies are coming back benign, so we don't understand. There's something else causing your body to think it has cancer. And I said, well, I have autoimmune diseases. Could that be the problem? And he said, you know what? You told me that when I first met you too, didn't you? And I said, I did. And he said, let me check into that. So he went and talked to another doctor that had more experience than him. And the doctor said, one time in my 20-year career, I did see this happen to somebody else. And it was a woman. And something like this happened where she got in an accident. And they told her that she had tumors. So they checked and they were all benign. And it turned out that she had, hey Knox, how are you, sweetie? Haven't seen you in forever. So good to have you back. It turned out that she had lupus. And they had already told me like 12 years ago that I have lupus. But they couldn't diagnose me with it until something showed up. And when I fell off that ladder and that bone marrow cancer showed up, that was enough. So the job I had was in here. I had an office set up and I was working for the state for a contractor that contracted out Medicaid because I'm a mental health professional, and I was a coordinator who coordinated a service that put people in housing, and I was very good at it. I hadn't been doing it long. I was 1 week away from my 1 year anniversary, and when they hired me, they told me that at 1 year I would still feel like I was lost and didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't feel that way. I felt like I knew pretty much what I was doing and I was doing the best I could. But when I fell off of that ladder, I couldn't walk. And I had to ask them for, accommodations. And they told me I could have them. But when I asked for that and I had to start sending in the documents from the cancer center and it looked like I had cancer, they got a lady from a whole other department. She wasn't even my supervisor. She started bullying me and made up lies about me, and they fired me. And then I had a job the next day, before I could get home, pretty much, or before I could get off the phone with them, pretty much. I had a job. So I started that job, tripped over the damn dishwasher, and fell on my head the first week on the job, and it was. I look at pictures of myself a while ago. I sent them to my mother. Just chill out. You're fine. The reading is not over until I say. I know they're getting restless, but they'll be all right. I want you to see what it looked like. And I didn't even realize this because when you have a head injury, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You think you do, but you have no clue what's going on. Give me 1 second. They're not that far down here. It just happened in the last couple of months. And that was the beginning of the end of that job. Hopefully I'll get to it in a second. Yep, here we go, right here. Look. Look at me. Look at how I looked. Having to go to work. Does that look like me to you? Hell no, that don't look like me. I hit my head so hard and had a concussion, I didn't even know I looked like that. And I was going to work. Not even remembering words. Well, I got fired from that job last week. I picked up your wish fulfillment. See, you don't believe you can have it anymore because it's been so long and so much shit has been done wrong to you. You've been done wrong by some people. Why is your son here? See, you don't know what would make you happy. What would make you happy? That's the thing to ask yourself today. What would make me happy? Make a list of what would make you happy. Healing from this Ten of Swords energy and feeling like you're constantly begging, not having to beg and not having a way to get where you want to go. It's like you're not able to get around. You could be in a wheelchair. You could be wheelchair bound. You could not have a car. You could not be able to overcome any obstacle that's in your way, and it's money that's causing you not to be able to get what you need. I do see that, and I see that you're tired of it. You're feeling like this has just killed you. You don't have anything showing up. Your happiness has been pretty much decapitated, is what I'm going to say. It's like you're walking around with no head. Alright, why is the High Priestess here for you in reverse? What's going to be this High Priestess? Something's going to pull this together for you. And you don't know what it is, but Spirit's fixing to show you what it is. Show them what it is. It's going to be you constantly looking back at all these horrible things that have happened to your money and getting excited again. Getting excited again. Why are they getting excited again? You're going to get real fired up about something. Because, oh my God, it has to do with this friend that you have. You dream about this friend and it wakes you up in a nightmare at night. For some reason, you having nightmares about a relationship. That's what's going to get you excited. You want this person. You think, you know this person would make you very happy, I think. And look, they're going to offer you something. This is you partnering up. It's like you feel like this partnering up is never... That could represent two entities. You and a job. You and a person. You and a family member. It's just two people sharing a drink and having a good time. And they're going to offer you something very solid, whoever this is. But you are like waiting for the next shoe to drop. Like this person, when they come into your life, you're probably going to think that they're not real. Because you've dealt with so many phonies. Alright, why is the Emperor here? That's the... wow. The Emperor is here because there's a wheel coming. And when this wheel comes, there's a Queen of Swords who typically, oh, baby, it's leading you to not only the Ten of Pentacles, but the Ten of Cups. Your life is about to turn around in unexpected ways. That's all I can tell you. And it's coming through a tower. It's not going to be a comfortable situation. And you have convinced yourself that you don't deserve love. You don't have any way. You don't even know what would make you happy anymore. And it's okay. You don't have to. Because this shit's happening with or without you. And other people can tell you that you got to be ready for it and all of this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you what my table is saying is you have no part in this. You've given up. The universe is about to show up for you because they're tired of watching you suffer. And I can't wait to see it happen. Because I've done a lot of suffering too. You've suffered. You've lived through things that would have killed most people. We're going to ask what the wheel is, but I want to have the whole deck here. Though I didn't tell you what was there, but the world came out. It's coming to an end, collective. Just trust me as a reader that I know what I'm looking at. I'm sorry I didn't tell you what I had. But I want to know what your wheel is that's coming. You're going to have independence and you're coming out of this place of constant, I don't know where my next fucking meal is coming from. For some of you, it's that bad. You're going to have independence. You're going to be able to take care of yourself and have all the happiness in the world. Whereas right now, you don't think you're even able to be happy. You don't think it's possible. Alright, what's the wheel? The wheel is a Queen of Pentacles, and for some reason, I don't know why I'm talking like that, for some reason, she's in reverse. Why is she in reverse? It could be Sagittarius. It could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But all I see, really, I'm going to be honest with you, that's a Sagittarius. You are a Sagittarius, or you have a very strong Sagittarius placement in your chart, and you have been going through some shit. The reason why she's in reverse is because she stopped looking for the answers. She knows that she's not going to find them. What's going to be her outcome when this wheel comes? There's a woman that's coming into your life, and you don't see her coming. But this woman is very nurturing. She's very caring. She's very gentle. She makes you comfortable. When you come to her house, she offers you something to eat, something to drink, a place to sleep. She's so nurturing. You remember you're surprised with somebody being so nurturing? This woman, when she comes into your life, she brings a peace with her, a dignity with her. When she walks, it's like the whole world stops to listen. And you don't see her coming. What's going to happen to this woman or whoever's dealing with her? That's where the 10 pentacles are coming from. And you don't see it coming. There's a woman coming into your life. It could be a man. It could be a man. It's an earth sign. It could be a man who's in his feminine energy. He's very creative. And you can meet this person on a new job that you're getting ready to start, or some kind of project, or at some place where you make exchanges. This to me can be a grocery store. A lot of people associate it with a church, but this is actually somebody that's working, and they're here talking to them about the work. So you could be exchanging business. You could go to a coffee shop, to a restaurant, to a place to buy clothing. Wherever you go, that's where you're going. And you're going to meet this woman who has everything, and you're not expecting to meet her. What is she having in mind for the collective? This woman that has it all. Oh my God, y'all. I cannot make this up. I cannot make it up. Spirit, you are so amazing. Look. She has been watching you suffer, and she thinks that it's time for you to stop begging everybody all the time and be happy. So she's going to make you an offer. Watch for collective feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a woman. It can be a man who is in his feminine energy. This is a general reading. But this person, when they meet you, they're going to have the idea to help you because they're tired of seeing you suffer. And you need to appreciate this person because that doesn't come along very often in life. But this person is going to help you to get to everything that you've ever dreamed of. The house, the car, the kids, money in the bank, a garage with friends, and beer in the refrigerator if you want it. And can drink it responsibly with your friends on the weekends. Christmases with gifts, not having to go with nothing to offer anyone, and being the one that loves to give the most. Have you ever been there? Something good's coming. Something good is coming. And we don't see it coming because what all we've seen is harm, hurt, disaster, death. But Spirit's fixing to show us something. Collective. Just give me a minute. Oh, I feel your grief. I feel your grief. You are grieving. You cry when nobody knows you're crying. You've cried a lot of tears over this. That's why I told you in the beginning that you had your tears bottled up. Every hair on your head is counted. You are so loved by this universe and by its creator. But for some reason, you've had to go down this hard road. And I don't know why. There's no reason. They don't have to be. Why not you? You were the one who can handle it. And now you are going to be the wisdom bearer. You're going to be the one who walks with the power. And look, you're gonna take a risk. You're gonna take a risk when there's no hope for people. When you see that there's no hope, you're gonna be the one with the power to take a risk to make hope come back again. To have that desire to bring about change in our world. And to even change laws. When this happens, that whole deck aligns beautifully. I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life. I just want you to come back and tell me what happens. It might not be comfortable when it happens, when that tower falls, but let it fall. Let it fall. Don't hold on to it. Let whatever shakes loose go. And for some of you in your family, it could be one of your family members who just always starts shit. You don't have to put up with that. Even from family. Limit the time that you spend with that person if they start shit all the time. I'm going to get us some guidance and I'm going to close because this is the reading. You got something going on in your love life, but if you want to know about that, you can ask me about that one-on-one because that's going to be different for everybody because love is very unique. It's not something I don't feel. You can get a collective message on it, but it's not going to resonate with very many people because some are single and some are not. And I have to constantly keep reminding y'all of that. Angels, how are you helping this collective? There we go. My God, this was a beautiful reading. I release all energetic connections that hold me back. I am completely free. Spirit wants you to be completely free. Cut them ties. Cut them damn ties. Call upon my sword of divine light. This is Archangel Michael. Working in your work life. Call upon my sword of divine light to sever unwanted energetic connections around you, freeing you to be your true, perfect, unique self. And see, that's what's lacking here. Is somebody being salty. My pain does not define me. I move forward with grace and peace. All them deaths you done been through, that doesn't define you. Archangel Azrael, call upon me, whom God helps, for support in rising from the ashes of your past to be stronger than ever before. You're coming out of grief, some of you. I completely trust my intuition. I follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. See, you've quit wanting to see what's coming because every time you looked, it was bad. But it's fixing to change. It's fixing to be okay to look again. Okay? That's why Linda was so upset. Because every time she looked, it was bad. Archangel Michael. Yeah, he's here for sure. He's in this reading for sure. Archangel Haniel. I am the Archangel of intuitive gifts. You about to step back into them gifts again. You stepped out of them for a minute because every time you looked, it was terrifying. And it was dark. And it was hard. And I've been talking about that for weeks now, about how God would show me things, horrible things, before they would happen. And I hated it. I had a reading that predicted somebody's going to die in the next 6 months from drinking and driving or some kind of alcohol or drug problem. I don't like to tell people shit like that. But listen to me. That's part of your gift. And the reason why that happened is to let you know that what you have is real. And this too shall pass. I am the Archangel of intuitive gifts. Allow me to mentor you in embracing your psychic awareness. It's going to be okay for you to be a high priestess again. because you stepped into your power one time. You stepped behind that veil and it scared you. Maybe more than one time. Or maybe you were stepping behind the wrong veil. Because there's a big difference in being in the light and being in the dark. And being in the dark can bring you darkness. My psychic gifts are strong and trustworthy. Angelic messages flow easily through me. Archangel Jeremiah, when you call upon me, I will empower you to develop your spiritual gifts so you can more easily receive heaven's messages. Some of y'all are meant to be doing something similar to what I do. Some of y'all are prophets. And you're supposed to be helping encourage this world. Because this world needs all the encouragement it can get, baby. It's got plenty of love messages. And they're going to come see you. And all of this, it's nice to hear those things. But that's wishful thinking. Let's get real about what's going on in our lives. Let's ask Spirit what's really going on. Because you can pick up your wishful thinking energy. But I'm not picking that shit up. I don't want to see it. I don't want to live in a fantasy world. I want to live in reality. And sometimes it's painful to exist here. But it's much better than the alternative. So let's look at your psychic abilities. Julie, honey, are you back from eating? What psychic gifts are operating in this collective right now, spiritual gifts? Woo, that flew out. Somebody wants to go somewhere. You need to go on a trip or travel. And Spirit is indicating that that's your gift, is travel. Some kind of travel. Number 34, which is a 7. And it looks like this is worldwide. Like you're going to travel all around the world. Wow. All right. Anything else? Your meditation is very important. Spirit wants to give you a lot of healing that's only going to come through you being still, getting in nature, grounding yourself. There's a need for us to meditate. Number 22, which is a 4. All right, once more. You're going to get communication, or you have a gift of communication. The way you talk to people brings them comfort. And it helps them where their hearts are so broken. You are going to travel around the world and teach people how to meditate. And you're going to bring communication for their broken hearts. You're going to have some kind of major shit laid in your lap. That's not going to be for everybody. For some of you, it might just be one of these or the other. But for somebody, you're going to go around the world and you're going to be like this spiritual teacher that helps people because you can communicate so well. And then when you say things, people feel it. They don't just hear it, they feel it. And they know that you're telling them the truth. And it helps to mend their hearts because their hearts are so broken. And look, you're going to see things from Spirit's perspective also. The big picture. You need to look at the big picture because you have a big, big destiny. And you, right now, everything you've gone through that's made you feel small and broken and overlooked, it's been that way for you for a reason. You understand why? Because this kind of calling, this kind of destiny, it requires humility. Because if not, it turns into like a circus, if you will. The person becomes bigger. They get a big head. They no longer speak the same way because they've forgotten how broken or never knew what it was to be broken. But see, you know what it is to be broken. And so when you talk to people who are broken, they hear it. They feel it. They recognize your kindred spirit because you both know what brokenness is. And they speak to you healing. You are going to speak healing to people. And in order for you to have this kind of, somebody that's watching, I don't know who you are, but you are going to find out that you're fixing to be going on some kind of trip where you're going to meditate and you are going to talk to a whole lot of people and you're going to heal their hearts and give them hope again. Restore to them their hope. Because when you do, when you talk to people, it's going to change the world. And you're also going to be able to make a living. But see, you are afraid to even take a risk on getting on YouTube. Because you don't think you're pretty enough. But I keep coming up here with my no damn teeth self trying to show you that that doesn't matter. My mom used to get us at Christmas time to fill up shoe boxes to send to the children at Christmas who didn't get anything. And all my life we filled up shoe boxes. And my mother traveled for her job. And she was on her way home one time and she met the woman that was in charge of that shoebox mission that made sure that millions of children got something for Christmas. And she might have had one tooth in her head. And she worked for Billy Graham. And she could have got her teeth fixed. He would have gladly fixed her teeth. But she didn't have time to worry about her looks. She was taking care of people's babies that didn't have anything for Christmas, that were giving them supplies that they would need throughout the year, like socks and underwear. She didn't have time to worry about her teeth. She was too busy speaking life into these babies, delivering shoe boxes. You got to look at the big picture and stop looking at yourself. Because it's not you, it's what speaks through you. You have such a healing ability about you. And it's great when we're young and we can be beautiful, because I was just as beautiful as that baby on that wall right there, if not more. But we're all going to get older. And all the people that have been hateful and rude, you've seen the comments. Those of you who have been around, I don't care. I'm not here for them. I'm here for you. Somebody's got a big, big world that they need to go out into and spread love. You're going to be like another Mother Teresa. I need a minute. I'll be right back, and then I'll take the questions, okay, Joel? Just give me a minute. We might have a few questions. We might not have many. For those of you who have heard me talk about my husband putting the snowball bush out for me, this is what a snowball bush looks like. It's full of these. And it's all the way up to the top of my house. Full of these. And every time I look out my kitchen window, I see my husband loving me. Because he put it there because he knew I loved to look out that window. He's gone now, but I got something to remember him by every time I look out my kitchen window, and he planted it right before he died for me, for our children. Not everything costs money. That didn't cost him a thing. Somebody probably gave it to him. His sister probably gave it to him. She loved plants, and she knew all about them. If there was a plant that had a little spot on it, she knew what to do about it. She was very, very intelligent when it came to plants. And she died of an overdose in a prayer position beside her bed. She knew she was overdosing and dying when she died. All right, I'm ready for questions, collective. He was an alcoholic, but he loved me. Okay, you can go ahead and call whoever's here. I left my drink. I'm going to grab that. Go ahead and post your question. I got to grab my drink. You don't need anything. Quit asking for stuff. Stop. I'm okay. I'm excited about what's going on. Here, I'll give you the trick. Mama is fine. Mama's fine. You know I'm crying and that's okay. I know. That dog and that bird cannot stand for me to cry. He'll do tricks for me to stop crying. Kailash, baby, did you stay awake? Let me text him right quick. Whew, I got a bunch of text messages. I don't know what all these people want, but I'm trying to talk to Kailash right now. They probably want money. I hope this reading was for me because I could sure use it. Okay, Kailash. It's your turn, baby. I think it's the middle of the night over there. He might have gone to sleep. You guys blow me away with all your love and support. And I know that this channel is different. But I've been getting a lot of subscribers. And I appreciate you guys. Every time I do a reading, the subs go up like 5 to 10. I don't pay for any subscribers. A lot of readers, they don't tell you, but they pay for subscribers. People get paid to subscribe to their channel. They watch just a few seconds of it and then they subscribe and they get paid, I don't know, pennies for the... You have to do it all day long. You're fine. Stop it. I just tried to let you go outside and you wouldn't go. This is Otto, my dog. At this point, if anybody... Knox... Make sure Knox gets on the list, okay, Julie? Because Knox has been supporting my channel for a long time. What's up, boy? What's up, boy? And that's what I love about my channel, is that the people that ask questions come back for more, which lets me know my answers are pretty good. Thank you. Thank you, Knox. Kayla? Post your question, baby. Okay, there we go. You were wondering what you should do next in your life. You feel stuck and in a dark place, and you're grateful for all you have. You have lost a lot. Okay, baby. So I was talking to you a lot about what I was just talking about. Okay, you want to know what you should do next in your life. Let me see how I can... What is it? What is it? He's excited. What is it? Hold on. This is part of your reading. This is part of your reading. You're supposed to go somewhere. What? Come on, show me what. Show me what. What is it? Do you need to go outside? You need to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Do you want another treat? Come on. Come on. Okay, somehow you are going to be treating people. You're going to give to people. I don't know how, but he was begging me for a treat. Sit pretty. You know how to sit pretty. Good boy. That's what he wanted and made him so happy. You are going to somehow make people happy by giving things to them. Okay? And it's going to be something maybe that they need. I went on a trip one time to Jamaica on a mission trip, and the children there were malnourished, and we took wafers that had vitamins in them, and we would give them those wafers. I don't know, maybe you are being called to do mission work. And I have a deck of cards. If I can find them. Hang on just a second. Hang on. Part of my cards are still back there. Hang on. Whatever you end up doing, people are going to beg you for it. They're going to beg you for more. Whatever you're going to end up doing, it's going to be something where you give people things. You might sell things. And they're going to beg you for more. Let me see what comes out of this deck. This is called a Life Purpose deck that I created myself. And I'm going to pull a life purpose card for you and see what comes out. I don't know. I don't know any other way to get this answer for you. But I do know that whatever you do, people are going to beg for more. Okay? All right. Can we get a card for her life purpose, Spirit? What is it that you see for her in her life? If there's a card in here that can... Oh, that flew out. Look at all this. Work with victims of human trafficking. Donate books and games to a prison. And mentor young men or women. So what I think you're going to end up doing, substance abuse counselor. I think that some of these might be for you and some of these might be for other people watching. I think Spirit just answered a few people. For some of you, you're going to donate some stuff to prisons, okay? But for you, I think you're being called to either work with victims of human trafficking or mentor young men and women. And you're going to be so good at it that they're going to beg you for more. You could end up working in some kind of... like a place where children live, like an orphanage type deal, or work at some kind of place. I feel that your purpose is to mentor and help victims. Maybe people who have been through death, because you've experienced so much death, and you're going to help them get through that. And it could come through you being a counselor. You might need to go back to school to become a counselor for children who have lost parents or who have experienced extreme trauma or who have been victims of human trafficking. That's what I'm feeling. Are you at all feeling what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you're going to be so good at it that they are going to come back for more. Like, they're not going to be able to get enough of you. Whatever it is, you're going to be so... Look, he's back for another one. He's back for another one. They're going to be begging you for more. You're going to be very successful. And you're going to be able to get a lot of business. And it has something to do with whatever I just said. Mentoring people, a counselor, working with victims. Maybe somebody's a victim of some kind of crime, or you just might be like a trauma counselor. Or you might not even have to have a formal education. You might just be a light worker, because I have a light worker here. Somebody's going to start a YouTube channel. Somebody's going to work with crystals. Somebody's going to start a recovery home. Advocate for men and women who are incarcerated. That's somebody deals with people who have been incarcerated because maybe you have been, and now you need to give back in some way, or you may already be doing that. Somebody's a big time singer. You need to use your voice to sing. Take your pick. They're going to come back for more. Take your pick. Spirit's saying take your pick. All you have to do is just take a direction. Decide on a direction. What speaks to your heart? What would bring you happiness? You've forgotten what would bring you happiness. What brought you the most hope when you were so broken? Go in that direction. Somebody here. Hold on. I'm looking. My daughter's here. I'm going to keep going, though. She's okay. She knows about all this. Okay, who's next? And Kailash, I think, answered me back. Let me find my phone. He might be awake. Hold on. I'm doing a reading on YouTube, baby, but I'm almost finished. Kailash said he went to sleep. So don't worry about him. I'm on my YouTube channel videoing. Thank you. You want to stay? I'm almost finished.
No, you said 65, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be 65.
Thank you, baby. Air hug? Are you going to give me a hug? Thank you. I love you.
That was loud.
I love you. Everybody thinks you're beautiful.
That's when I was fat.
Huh?
I said that's when I was fat.
You're never fat. Look how beautiful you are in that picture.
I was 200 pounds in that.
Well, you were beautiful. I can't see it.
It's in my face. Look at my face.
I can't tell. You're good. You're good. She's getting my grass cut tomorrow. All right, who was next? Okay. Julianne, is it okay if I answer for Jen? And where did Knox go? There's my darling. What's up, Knox? I'm going to go with Knox first. Post your question, baby. You can sit down and watch if you want to. You really won't be seen on camera because you'll be sitting in that chair. I think he's getting his question together. Yep. It's your turn, baby. Go ahead and post your question, Knox. Thank you for being so faithful to my channel for all these years. Knox has been watching, I think, since I started going live back in 2022. And he keeps coming back asking more questions, so I must be giving him the right answers. Or pretty close. You gonna post, baby? Oh, everything's been going wrong. Okay. Well, it seems like that's been the thing and that's what this whole reading was telling us, is that everything has been going wrong, but Spirit is fixing to turn it all around, and it's been all leading somewhere. It's been teaching you the humility that you need. Spirit, why have you put us through all of this shit? So you would know how to love. Spirit wanted you to know how to love and how to have forgiveness. And how to have compassion. You have been through all of this to learn to love, to forgive, and to have compassion on others when you see them going through it. And to be content in whatever circumstances you find yourself in. Does that make sense? That's why you've been through this. Now, what is it that you're trying to do with Knox? With all this trouble, what is it leading to? You having a very sharp intuition. You're able to see through situations that most people would be perplexed by. And it's transformed you into a different person, Knox. It's made you into the beautiful person you are today. So that you can love and forgive and be content in whatever situation you find yourself in. Not everybody can do that. What else, Spirit? Knox, this is leading you to money that you need. Coins, maybe cryptocurrency for you, I don't know. And for you to rise from the ashes of the past. All the pain that's been caused by all these circumstances. You're fixing to rise up like a phoenix out of the ashes, Knox. It's not meant for you to stay here forever, baby. It's almost over. You're at the end of a very tough cycle in your life. And you're fixing to come up out of it. And you're going to have something to celebrate. That reading I just did was for you. You're about to have something to celebrate. Life is fixing to turn around for you. And you are now very intuitive. You've learned to use your intuition. You've learned to love people unconditionally, to forgive them when they've hurt you so desperately, and to be content, to be satisfied with whatever God has chosen for you to do. That was written by Paul, the Apostle Paul, from prison. He had learned to be content in prison. Blind. He was blind. And he wrote almost the entire New Testament. But before he got converted from Judaism to Christianity, he was killing Christians. He was a murderer. And God used a murderer to write almost the entire New Testament letters. So God uses the most unusual people. I want to look at something for you. I want to find out how you are essential. Because everything you've been through is leading to a plan for you. How is Nox essential, Spirit? May I see, please? A good friend is like a four-leaf clover. Hard to find and lucky to have. So this has made you a very good friend. This whole reading was about a friend who loves, accepts, brings courage, and dream. And this is what else? A man's best friend. It can be difficult to teach an old dog new tricks, but no dog is too old to be man's best friend. In San Francisco, and remember how my dog was acting? He's 9 years old. In San Francisco, the Cuddle Club helps senior dogs make new friends with community seniors. Several times a month, the Cuddle Club, which was started by the Muttville Senior Dog Rescue, holds events where senior citizens gather to pet and play with senior rescue dogs. Each of the dogs is 7 years old or older, and not as likely to be adopted by families looking for puppies. The Cuddle Club ensures that these sweet dogs get plenty of attention and love. The human group members love the events too. At the end of each session, the seniors take the dogs out for walks, and it's not unusual to see a small dog riding along on someone's walker. Many participants find a match at the event and end up adopting a new best friend to take home with them. So somehow you're going to use the experiences that you've been through in life to love people, to forgive people, and to be content. And also, you're going to be a good friend. Do you know how hard it is to find a good friend? And how lucky people are to have one? You're a beautiful person. And you're coming up out of these ashes. Spirit's not going to leave you here. You're going to have this money. You're using your intuition. You're going to celebrate. Make sure you're aligning your chakras. And you might be gifted with numbers also. Somebody is. So somehow you're as faithful as a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dog is the most faithful animal on earth. They will stay by your side no matter how you treat them. And that's what you've learned to do. You've learned to be loving and forgiving to some people who've hurt you desperately. And you've taught them what it is to be a friend when they didn't know how to be one. You're teaching the world how to be a friend, how to love others. I don't know what it means when it comes to the senior citizens. I mean, some of that might play a factor, but take it, and your intuition is on point. So I know whatever I just said to you, you picked it up. I know you did. Now, since you are a friend, let's see what your best friend would say to you, okay? Hold on and I'll ask. Demand respect, Nox, and cry when you wanna. It's okay to cry. And you need to make people respect you. Demand it. Okay? Don't let people walk all over you. Alright, let's see when things might turn around for you. I'm going to get my timing deck out. Spirit, when are things going to turn around in a very good favor for Nox, so his situation will line up with your... he's going to lift up from the ashes. When is this going to happen? Faster than you think. And the winter came out. April is here. This month, Knox. Things are going to start changing this month. And by winter, everything's going to be different for you. By Christmas, you're not going to recognize your life. Angels. Am I telling Knox the truth? The situation will improve, Knox. Your cards are coming out in reverse because right now you don't believe me. Forgiveness. Somehow there's a need for forgiveness. It came out twice for you. Is he going to be able to be a different person by Christmas? Oh, Spirit. Perfect timing, Spirit said. Knox by Christmas? Baby. Spirit said to stop. But by Christmas, all things are going to be new. This tower is going to shake some stuff up. And it's not going to be fun. But let the things that need to fall away, fall away. And I think that includes some people that have hurt you and been disrespectful to you. And some of them may have been in your family. Don't put up with that. Nobody should treat you that way. You're worth more. You're worth a lot. What I'm looking at on this table, you're a good person. A good friend. Your throat chakra is trying to close, which means you don't know if you know I'm right. But it's like you don't know how. I was feeling it outside. It kind of washed over me when I was outside. And I was feeling like I was kind of walking around in a dream. And I was like, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. But I am awake. I am awake. What has to fall away has to fall away. Whatever that looks like. You know, last Friday, if I could have come up with $486, my house payment would be caught up. But I couldn't get it. So now I've got to pay $2,000 to keep my house. And the people that are helping me now told me no last week. And one of them just brought me money to cut the grass and is planning on moving in to help me. Because I'm sick. I'm not lazy. I've been working, Knox knows, I've been working 3 jobs since he met me. This, my public job, and Miss Mary. I lost $1,000 a month when I lost my job with Miss Mary. And I didn't lose it. The family replaced me because I had a full-time job and I wasn't able to keep it up. So then I lost about $20,000 to $23,000 when I lost that job in December. And then when I went to the next job, I went down $12,000, so that was part of that 23. And then now I'm fixing to go down $5,000 more if I get this job next week. And that's a big hit. I've lost half my income since December. So for me to be struggling, it's not like I wasn't trying. But when your health fails, everything falls to shit. And see, a lot of times the people around you, they don't really want to do anything to help you except complain. because they're so used to you helping them, and I couldn't do it anymore. My one daughter was asking me for money 2 weeks ago when I didn't have a house payment. And now she's going around trying to figure out how to take my house from me, which I'm just laughing at because whatever. All right. What does Knox need to know not to F himself, Spirit? Knox, escape materialism, and you're not planning your career, and you need to clear your energy. And I sense that. I sense that you are very down, and you're just, you need to really get grounded because there's a lot of change coming, and it's not going to be pleasant. It's not all going to be pleasant. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this tower is going to be a good tower. It's going to take away what you're doing. Whatever is in your life that feels secure, that's not, is getting ready to be removed from your life. Okay? Alright, so you might need to start planning a career. Clear your energy. Whatever else I said. Alright, is there anybody else? Will money be coming to me in the near future? Alright, that's kind of a yes or no question. And I'm going to say yes because she just brought me money. And everything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. She just brought me money. So I'm going to say yes. The dog was acting like he was before Knox's reading. Everything is always part of the reading. All right, let's ask the angels flat out. Is money coming for Jen in the near future? May I see, please? Is money coming for Jen in the near future? Okay. Is money coming for Jen in the near future? Is money coming for Jen? It's looking like it. Something's going to happen. Is money coming for Jen in the near future? Oh, Jen. Jen. Abundance came out. It came out in reverse. But there's something that you need to let go of. And this tower is going to knock it out of your hands. And then you're going to have the abundance come in. Okay? Can you give me timing for Jen on when this will happen? Ooh, that flew out. Faster than you think in this lifetime. It's going to happen in this lifetime faster than you think. Look, March came out. So something that you did in March may expand. It might get bigger. If there was something that you did in March, pay attention. If not, then March could be when you really start to see this abundance, which could be a year from now. But this is saying faster than you think. So I think it's already begun. And that can be why it came out in reverse too, because it's already begun. Let go. There's some reason to let go. The answer is no, because you don't believe that the situation will improve and that you can have success. You need to change your thinking around money. Money is an energy, just like everything else. And it comes and goes. And you have to understand that you deserve it. And that you can, that it is something that Spirit wants for you. Spirit, don't you want this for her? Don't you desperately want this for her? Whoa. Spirit said, not within the next few months. Okay? Because of forgiveness. Remember it said let go a while ago? You got to forgive something. You need forgiveness for something. Or you need to forgive yourself or somebody. So it's not going to happen within the next few months because of forgiveness. Maybe loan forgiveness? I don't know. Will it happen in the next next year? Whoa. You're going to have big happy changes, but you need to listen to your intuition when it comes to recovery. Choose a new direction and communicate clearly. Unlikely. Is there going to be money coming into her life in the next year? It keeps saying no. If you believe, no. You don't believe that the situation can improve. And until you change how you think, it's not going to. Now, let's see what happens when you change how you think. If she can somehow change how she thinks about money, will she have money come to her very soon? Can the universe bring it very soon if she changes her thoughts? Ask your angels within the next few months. So just like you were getting the answer no in the next few months, if you change that thinking, you see right now you don't think you deserve it, you don't believe that it's possible. And let me say this. When somebody's going to call you, you're going to get a phone call from somebody. You're going to get a phone call from... Yeah, you're going to get a phone call from somebody. Is she going to change her thinking, Spirit? Do you see her being able to change her thinking and have money coming in? A steady stream of money. Helpful people, meditation brings answers. Improving your financial health can improve, but you need people helping you, and you need to meditate. This could be your spirit guides helping you. You're going to be okay, but you do need to change your thinking, okay? Will Julianne get the help that she needs for the therapy in the next week? The situation will improve when it comes to asking for help from others, and I'm going to turn this one over. There's something better. Will something better happen in the next week? No. The situation will improve, though. Improving health. So, whatever you need that help for is coming. What's happening, though? The reason why it's saying that there's something better but no is it's also saying that you're not ready. So there's something you need to do to get ready, and I'm going to see if I can find out what. What does Julianne need to do to get ready, Spirit? May I see, please? What does she need to do to get ready? Whoever's sticking it out, thank you for being here and waiting. What does she need to do to get ready? Whoa, there's a lot coming out for you, girl. You need to stop doing the same thing over and over again. Receive a gift. You're charming. You're going to awaken that you don't have to be nice to everybody. And there's a past life connection and set financial goals. That first reading, those are the same cards that came out for the first reading. That reading was all over you. You're welcome, Jen. Thank you, baby, for being here. You're welcome. If there's anybody else, I'll be happy to answer your question. In the meantime, I'm going to ask Spirit to help me. I'm just curious. Is there going to be anybody that will love me? Look, romance. I cut the deck at romance and improving health. Is there anybody that will love me and build a life with me in the near future? Because I'm so tired of being alone. In the near future, improving health. Is there ever going to be a substantial relationship with another man in my life? Another man in the next, however long, future. In the next few months. I asked timing, and that's what came out. So sometime in the next few months, there's going to be a man. Can you show me how this man is going to feel about me? How will he feel about me? Intimacy came out, that I'm very easy to talk to. Intimacy, you know what intimacy is. It can also be sex, but it's more about bonding and being sensual and being able to confide in somebody, and somebody's gonna have a realization. All right, how else do they feel about me? How else will this person feel about me? That I have good boundaries. They're going to know that I have good boundaries, and they're going to have probably good boundaries, and they're going to want to build a foundation and get established with me. How will I feel about them? No commitment. All right. Why not? Because you're going to feel like they're bluffing. And this is a new beginning. Okay, and I feel that this could happen to me because I have been hoodwinked by so many bullshitters. Alright, is this person going to be worthy of a commitment with me? Yes, they will. Yes. Do I know this person already? In the near future came out in reverse. So I could have met them in the recent past. There's something better. Am I going to meet them in person? Perfect timing. Take action. Will I meet them online? No helpful people. I don't think I will. Reconsider. Am I going to meet them in person? Improving health. Improving health keeps coming out. Wait. So maybe I have to wait until my health is better. Will I meet somebody who's worthy of my affection and love? And that would be perfect for me. Just around the corner, Spirit says. September. September could be their birthday month, or something could have happened in September. But it's going to happen in just around the corner. And it looks like we might even get married. It looks like we're going to be very happy together. Somehow connected to me improving my health and intimacy. They like that I think what they like is that I have boundaries with my intimacy. Like I don't give myself to everybody. Let's see what else they like about me. What else do they love about me? My mistakes, that I'm not ashamed of admitting my mistakes and apologizing for them. Or that I let other people do that when they make mistakes with me. I'll give them an opportunity to say they're sorry. And not, just cuss them out. What else do they love about me? Or will they love about me? That they don't have to be completely healed. And I won't cuss them out. I wish I could figure out how I was going to meet this person. Can the tarot tell me anything about this person that's... Let me look at something else. This is a pretty good reading. So far, it's been... What are our relationship oracle deck? Just singles and relationship. What do I need to know about this relationship that's coming into my life? The person will have no insecurities. Okay, that's beautiful. What else? I won't be too much for them. And lone wolf. So this person is also a lot like me in that they're kind of a loner. And they're not going to be guarded. What else do I need to know? Somebody needs rescuing because they're not being you. Somebody needs rescuing. It's like they're not being their true self, and they need to be rescued from that. And they're settling for this. All right, what should I do about that? Don't be cold and don't feel like love sucks. But you need to tell this person to shape up or ship out. And what will they do? There's somebody that's messing with me. They're going to settle. Okay? You're not compatible then. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. What should I do? I'm not with anybody, but there's somebody around me that's pretending to care about me. Don't get vulnerable and don't be judgmental. And don't tolerate any abuse. You can't change this person. So there's somebody around me that's pretending to be someone they're not. I know who it is. They're not going to change. They're not going to change. But there is someone new coming in, which is what I was... And they're coming in real fast. It looks like just around the corner. And something about September. It could be somebody that I've already met in September, but it didn't look like it was somebody I had already met. Hold on, I got the cards mixed up. Alright, if y'all need to go, you can go. I'm just asking questions for myself because I need answers too, y'all. I mean, my life is in shambles right now, and I don't even feel like right now is a good time, and I think that's why I kept saying improving health. I need to get my life more stable before I bring a man into it, because I don't need somebody to feel like I gotta have somebody to take care of me, because that brings control issues with it, and I don't want to deal with that. It would have to be somebody that was not controlling, wasn't insecure, and it was indicating that that was the kind of person that it would be. Alright. What else do I need to know? Am I going to get a job next week or this week? Woo! Recovery came out. There's something better. Is something just going to come out of left field? Spirit said, communicate clearly. It's the right time. Am I going to get some kind of success that's going to allow me to take care of my bills and take care of myself and make sure that I have everything I need? Again, improving health. So it has something to do with improving health. There's no helpful people. There were no helpful people at the time I needed them or something like that. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it is what it is. And sometimes it is what it is, right? Let me ask one more thing and then I'm going to close unless somebody else has a question. How do I not fuck myself? Because I can do that too, you know. I want to look at a couple of things. How do I not F myself right now, Spirit? Feel what you feel, and you're not getting enough sleep and rest. Well, I need my sleeping pills, damn it. And exercise. I need to get more exercise. Shut up, Spirit. I am going to go out and do some work in my yard. I'm going to work in my flower beds. I want to see how my money's going to... What's going to happen with my money over the next month? It's undecided because I don't have a job. Well, no shit. What's going to happen with my money in the next month? You don't have a job, but you might become a student. Might learn something new. The past is here and working. I did apply to an old job I used to have. They could call me to come back to work. Alright. What's going on with my money in the next month? Crafter came out. I'm not a crafter. Why is that here? Because of a partnership. So I'm going to have a partnership with somebody that's a crafter. It's somebody, I'm going to have a partnership with somebody who's talented. There's a risk involved, though. What's going to be the outcome? There's going to be a shift. Okay. Somebody is not going to start this new project because of being a perfectionist and feeling like this would take them in the wrong direction. So they want to be left alone. All right, and what's going to happen with me ultimately with my money? You're going to have a surprise job. Outcome of that job. It came out in reverse. You're going to manage your money, have a promoter or be one, and a rescuer. So somebody's going to help me, and I'm going to manage my money and maybe get a promotion. An outcome of that promotion. And an inspiration and angelic help. So I'm going to have help with angelic help and having an inspiration. Outcome of that. It's leading me to my life purpose. So this reading was also very much for me because I've made a lot of mistakes. Outcome of my life purpose. Spirit said I have to be willing to take a risk. What kind of risk? Being alone and being a phoenix rising. So, parenthood is here and not talking about something in reverse. What do you mean, not talking about something? It has to do with my home and my money coming to a halt. Don't talk to somebody about that. And there's an artist, okay? I know what that's talking about. When will my financial situation finally get better? When will it finally start to improve and get better? Oh my God. Later than you think. Oh my God. You know when to expect it. Can you be more specific? It's not gonna, I got an idea what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a long time. I think there's going to be some kind of hiccup in something. So I made a mistake and I was bluffing, or somebody else did, in November. What does this have to do with me? It's worth waiting for. Why are you telling me that? I don't know, really. Because of the spring. Something's going to happen in the spring. And it has to do with somebody who's been bluffing and pretending like they haven't made a mistake. And there's going to be a holiday in the spring. What does this have to do with my money? Next year, in more than a year. In the summer. There's going to be a relationship involved in this. There's a relationship, And it's telling me that somebody's not bluffing. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. To hell with it. I don't care anymore. Well, it's just going to be what it's going to be. And sometimes that's where we have to get with things. Is we have to let things fall away if it's meant for them to fall away. Alright. Let me get a trinket, I guess, if anybody's left. Trinket, please, Spirit. Got that Chinese thing. And one's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. An elephant, a peace sign in Arabic. One of the planets, I think, a marble, or maybe you feel like you're losing your freaking mind. And every fare from fair sometimes declines. Live your dream. A butterfly, a star, a butterfly. This is what I call a poised angel. Don't ask me why. I come up with the weirdest names for these. A feather and a little crown, like a princess, a crown. Alright. I think we'll just leave it there. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm missing something, and I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. But Spirit's not telling me what it is. What would this person that's coming say to me? The one that's going to come in the next few months. It's going to be a mature man, sudden wealth. Something hasn't changed when it comes to your family room. And the wealthy man from the past is leaving a message. Or he's not a wealthy man. Something hasn't changed when it comes to the family room and somebody who's not a wealthy man. But there's a mature man that's going to have sudden wealth. And this wealthy man from the past is going to send me a message. I should have, could have, would have. All of this is meant to go together. I don't know how. What would he say to me, this person that's coming? Maybe the one with the sudden wealth. The one that's coming in the next few months. 777. There's going to be, there's wedding rings everywhere. This could lead to marriage. Right now, they're saying they're unavailable. I'm busy with work right now, and it requires my attention. And I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's important. But they're not doing that. I want to see you. So they want to see me. They have some toxic things that they need to deal with for some reason. That's what they would say. And I'm going to come sweep you away. I want to find out. It's like they're coming to see my family or something like that. Is this person truly who they claim to be? There's something better, but not within the next few weeks. Opportunity. Okay, so this new person, are they going to be compatible with me? Because I'm picky as hell. Just because somebody new's coming don't mean I'm going to be with them. Recovery came out again, and no helpful people. I'm not sure what Spirit's saying. Maybe when I go back and watch it, it'll make more sense. Am I going to be with this person, or am I going to accept this person? Forgiveness came out. Opportunity. Let go. Communicate clearly. Success. It could be somebody I meet on a job. I'm going to ask that question one more time. Am I going to get a new job soon? Big happy changes. Remain positive. So, yeah, I am. Is it the one I'm interviewing for tomorrow or day after tomorrow? Perfect timing. Take action. Is there another opportunity coming? Because there's another one that's been after me. No, there's not. I think it's the one I'm interviewing for. I think they're going to probably hire me. I have a lot of experience doing that. I'm just worth a lot more than they're planning on paying me, but I got to have something. And you know what? I didn't ask about can it work out for me to have this young man come and live with me? Choose a new direction. Is it going to work out for me to go work with him? Unlikely. So I don't think that's going to work out. Okay. I just wish my life wasn't falling to shit right now. Hey, Asha, what's up, baby? You got a question? I don't always ask questions for myself like this, but I have a lot going on right now, and I can't get answers when I'm not on camera. I couldn't get any being on camera. It's like spirits high, even that high priestess vibe. That's me right now, and it's because I've had so much happen. I'm in the same position as the rest of you. I have a hard time feeling that things are going to improve also. What's up, Asha? You here? Okay, I guess we're going to close. You guys have a fabulous day or night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to see you earlier tomorrow so that my people in India can participate also. Mwah. Namaste.